Alrighty, so let's look at the highlights of what we're going to discuss today. So the first thing we're going to be looking at very briefly is the system that brought rainfall to the area over the past few days. It's finally exiting, bringing in some cooler temperatures, drier air, and some gusty winds. Next, we'll take a look at conditions heading into the weekend. After the system moves through completely, we have high pressure moving in, and that'll keep us nice and dry, at least today, tomorrow, and looking at Saturday as well. Overall, temps will be below average for today and tonight, but then we'll hit a warming trend getting into the weekend. After that, rain looks like it'll be returned to the forecast on Sunday through the rest of the period. Overall, rainfall totals are looking about a 1/4 inch to 1.5 inches or so. And the thunderstorms will generally be more diurnal in nature, aka our normal pop-up thunderstorms in the afternoon. And as always with those, an isolated strong storm isn't out of the question. All right, so as far as current conditions, this loop on the right-hand side is looking at visible satellite. This is from about an hour ago through just about current. So as you can see, there are some clouds exiting the area across southeastern Georgia. And right now we have no precipitation across the area. It's mainly confined further south as that front makes it through. Okay, so we'll take a look at today's forecast real quick. Our high temperatures are shown here on the left-hand side. As you can see, today is going to be cool, similar to yesterday, just a few degrees warmer, around the upper 70s across the metro area, getting into the low to mid 70s across the mountains, and getting into the mid to upper 80s further south across central and southern Georgia. As far as overnight temperatures tonight, those are slightly below average as well, pretty much in the mid to upper 50s across the area, getting into the 60s further south. So we'll take a quick look at Father's Day coming up on Sunday. The left-hand side here, we have high temperatures again, looking at the mid to upper 80s across much of the area, getting into the lower 90s further south. As far as precipitation forecast, I did mention that the showers and thunderstorms will come back for Sunday. So that's what we're looking at here on the right-hand side, our chances for precipitation as we get into Sunday during the day. The highest chances are confined to the northwest portions of the state, and then around the metro area in that 20 to 30% chance range, getting into just the slight chance range further south. So overall, there might be some scattered showers and thunderstorms, but generally in the afternoon time. As we get into the evening and the overnight portions of Father's Day, so Sunday night into Monday morning, we see those chances pretty much remain across the northern portions of the area. So let's take a look at the temperatures over the next 7 days. At the top left, we have Cartersville. In the middle, we have Atlanta. In the bottom right, we have Macon. So taking a look back up at Cartersville, as you can see, we have a pretty good spread as we get into the weekend with temperatures starting to warm up, getting into the mid to upper 80s once we hit Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and Tuesday for that fact. And then as we take a step down and look at Atlanta, we see the trend again, a warming trend, and overall temperatures will be right about normal once we hit Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And again, down in Macon, fairly similar, but temperatures getting up to the lower 90s. So we'll take a quick look at some of our fire weather parameters. Overall, minimum relative humidities over the next 3 days should be in a fairly fine range, but Friday looks like to be the lowest day for our minimum relative humidity values, and generally across portions of our area looking in the 30 to 35% range. So overall, we don't have any fire weather concerns through the next 3 days. We'll take a quick look at our tropical weather outlook. Overall, we don't have any tropical cyclones expected over the next 5 days, so that's good news. So back to rainfall, we're looking at days 1 through 5. Rainfall forecast, overall, we are expected to stay dry today, Friday, and Saturday. So what you're looking at here is 5-day, but it's mainly looking at Sunday and Monday. Much of the rainfall is confined to northern portions of the area, as we saw with our chances for precipitation. And overall, totals are generally looking about less than ½ an inch. But then again, if you do get a storm that sits over an area or a stronger storm, those totals could be higher. So now we'll take a look at 7-day rainfall forecast. Once we get the rain back in the forecast, it looks like we're going to have it for several days. So this is pretty much looking at days 4, 5, 6, and 7. Overall, we're expecting about up to 2 inches, and that's across the north And those totals are definitely probable to change just based on any storms that could sit, or any slow-moving storms, or any stronger storms that could occur across the area. So we'll take a quick look at the drought. On the left-hand side, we have the current drought monitor that was posted a couple of days ago. And on the right-hand side, we have last week's drought monitor. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, we don't have last week's drought monitor. These are the same. But overall, the changes from last week are that we did have a decrease in the drought across portions of northern and portions of west central Georgia, and a tiny bit of lessening in drought across the rest of the area. But overall, drought has persisted in portions of southeastern central and further into South Georgia. All right, so we're going to summarize what we talked about today. Overall, that system that brought us rainfall the past few days is finally pushing out of the area. We'll have those gusty winds through this evening and the below average temperatures over the next few days. After that, we'll have drier conditions heading into the weekend as high pressure moves in. That'll keep us warm and dry. Then after we get through the weekend on Sunday, we're looking like we're going to get rain back to the forecast, mainly across the northwest before spreading further into the area. And over the next 7 days, we're looking at about 1/4 inch to about 1.5 inches or so. But overall, the showers and thunderstorms should be mainly diurnal in nature, aka in the afternoon times. So thank you for joining us today.